Welcome back to the NAO show. Sorry to all my fans for last week with the travesty that was left in my wake of leaving. Everyone's freaking just dogging on my team for the 1 week I'm gone. I understand. It's okay. You guys are all scared of my team. It's fine. We're going to get into some other caveats today, but those two are my other hosts, and I'm doing fantastic. So let's get into it. All right, let's go.
I'm doing great. Thanks.
Hi. Thanks for asking.
Was my introduction a little bit better, Marky Mark?
Yes, the lower decibel.
Oh, we're going to get into some decibels this show.
The
We're going to get
non-ranting,
into some decibels.
the non-ranting version of the NAO show.
Oh, I have a whole week to make up for that. So,
All right, man. Good. Bring it, bitch. I mean,
all right, let's go. Let's get it out. So, what are we doing this week, Marky Mark?
well, the long-awaited Superlative show. So this was Evan's idea. Thank you, Evan, for the idea. I kind of dropped the ball and didn't do a great job with running with it. But
Can we do like the Caesar thing for Evan's idea, just kind of like this, and we're just all like, just because it sucks?
We didn't have anything else to do, so we may as well do that one.
Yeah, nothing else to do. We all like the idea. I didn't do a great job with facilitating, shall we say. So we're going to do this one. I think we'll make it a yearly thing. Maybe we'll do it right before the season starts. And we'll come up with maybe some set categories. So I didn't do a great job with it, guys, but we'll do our best with bringing to you what we got here over the 2 votes and everything else. But yeah, doing the Superlative show. So great idea from Evan, and get different categories. We got 8 of them. We all voted on it, and we're going to get the results tonight. So,
all right. So before we get started, I'd like to take this time to
we'd like you to take this time to
thank you 3 for covering down on the show last week and finding every landmine in my team in every round that you could figure it out. I'm real happy that you guys took the time to wait until I left and then dogged on my team so I wasn't here. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, yeah. So you caught on to that. So yeah.
I may have caught the show once.
Yeah. Pre-show, we was like, how can we make this as hard on Sean as possible?
That's what she said. Okay.
Yeah, did I just say hard on? Oh, goodness sake. Thought this was a family show. Well, you guys ready to get to the superlatives?
Yeah, we wouldn't want to
go.
lose any of our 80 or 83% of our viewers or whatever.
No, man, that would be horrible. That would be horrible.
Boy.
Oh, geez, what are we gonna do?
We got 8 categories tonight. We're going to go through them all, tell you the votes, give our commentary. Should be fun. So let's start with the most likely to just miss the playoffs.
Oh, we're gonna start with that one. Let's go. Let's kick it off.
NAO League 2021, most likely to just miss the playoffs. The winner of the vote was Airgate 2020. So
thank you. I just want to go ahead and thank the NAO squad for voting me in for the worst freaking one. It's gonna be funny when I beat both your asses and you're all are freaking doing the whatever bowl and I'm in the playoffs.
Who cares bowl? Thank you very much.
Oh, I forgot. There's a freaking legit name to it.
It's the Who Cares Bowl. I named it.
You were in it last year, Sean. You should know.
That's
that
right,
name,
man.
I know all about the freaking Who Cares Bowl.
You were
I got smoke checked by Derrick Henry for 2 weeks. Thanks.
You were the loser in the Who Cares Bowl. So let me run down the vote. Airgate got 3 votes. The DBs, and no, that does not stand for defensive backs. The DBs got 2 votes. Goofy, Run It Back, McJammer, Take Top Mike with 1 vote each.
Let's actually think about this and who do we think? Because I think there's like I think half the league could be legitimately fighting for 2 spots.
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 spots in the playoffs, and you got a bunch of teams right there in the middle fighting it out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Like we
that
did
makes
last
it a
year.
good freaking season, right?
Yeah. There's going to be several teams in the running for just missing the playoffs. So, I got a vote. Tank Top Mike got a vote. Goofy and Running Back got a vote. So interesting that some of the teams that were up there and the DBs got 2, so they got more than
Those are interesting votes.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. Pretty interesting. I think DBs lost Michael Thomas and already kind of a hit on them. For me, I already lost Cam Akers. Kind of a hit on me there. So yeah, you look at it, it's going to be kind of a attrition thing, right? Who's
Mike's freaking lineup's only been getting better all off season. Low key, everybody's just kind of forgetting about him, and he's just making his team better each week. It seems like.
I know. Mike, you didn't see. Sean and I were talking in pre-show. It's like, seems like every time I see some news, it's somebody that Tank Top Mike's got on his bench, and they're like, well, damn, he went from maybe to okay, yeah, looking pretty good. So,
oh, look at this guy.
Yeah. All right.
Mike, what do you think about that first superlative there?
I think it matches with your minesweeper of a landmine team. I think it.
Woo!
I think.
Oh!
I'm not okay. There's a slight joke, but I think it is kind of an interesting thing that last week we talked a little bit about some landmines. We did hit on some of yours. I think it makes sense. It's a correlation, as they say.
Wow. All right. You can put your ESPN brain back together someday. Mark, what do you think of that one?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, there's going to be a bunch of us right there in the middle. I consider myself one of those guys because I got, rookies that I got in my starting lineup right now. And that's a crapshoot right there. So I could be right in there. So there's a bunch of us in there going to be, fighting for that 4th spot. Tank Top Mike knows all too well how it looks good for a while, and all of a sudden.
Wait, you said 4th spot? Who do you think is a guarantee for the 3rd?
A guaranteed for the 3rd? I mean, there's no guarantees, man. It's all about who stays healthy, who sets the best lineup every week.
Oh, I don't want that political answer. Right now, looking at the lineups, we know 2 teams. We won't speak of them because we don't speak of them.
Well, I think it's interesting. We thought we knew 2 teams, but the DBs got 2 votes. I would have put them as a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I mean, obviously, you got to say Shitbird and the DBs got, for sure are in the playoffs. But yeah, who are the other 2?
Yeah, no, I mean, guys like Aaron and Goofy, they're maybe an injury away from struggling a little bit.
Whoa! Running back is starting an RB2 at flex. I just want to put that out there. Seeing how you guys talked about him all freaking
And you have no bias as the Josh Jacobs owner, and someone who's argued with Run It Back, daily about who's better between Kenyon Drake and Josh Jacobs. I mean, come on.
I know. Come on. It's pretty blatantly obvious if you ask me.
Yeah. No, that's what's fun about this league with only 4 playoff spots, man. It's tight. It's tight in there. That's what she said. So let's go on to the second. So we can get through all 8 of these. So we got most likely to leave the league because of Evan. The winner, the vote getter was Brandon with 5 votes.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
that makes sense to me.
5 out of 9 guys who voted think that his own teammate is going to leave the league. Co-commissioner, he's going to leave the league.
We already had a co-commissioner to leave already.
The guy that brought him
because
in.
of Evan.
The guy that brought him in. Co-commissioner. He's going to leave the league because of his own teammate. I love it, man. I love it. So running down the rest of the vote, there were 4 guys who got 1 vote each. That was Humpty, Ian, FNG, and Goofy got 1 vote each. But Brandon overwhelmingly the number 1 vote getter. What do you
Who
think?
did Brandon vote for?
Gosh, I don't know. I should have gone a little bit deeper with it. I told you I didn't do a good job with this thing, so I would have had a little more information.
Brandon voted for himself.
Voted for himself.
Yeah. I can't remember who he voted for. I really can't. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have that information in front of me at this time.
Moving on.
So, Sean, what do you think? Funny, huh?
I think it's hilarious. I think it would be with the back and forth that those two have been having with the waiver wire. I really feel like they have like this weird plan for the waiver wire to like pick them up and put them down and pick them up and put them down. Like, oh, you guys don't see this guy, but we're going to pick him up and drop him 6 times so you see him like for all. And then we're going to pick him up and then we're going to hold him over your head for a 3rd round pick. I think that's what they've been trying to do.
It's pretty funny. It's you look at their waiver wire and it's we're dropping him. No, we're not. We're dropping him. No, we're not. We're dropping him. Okay. We're gonna trade for him. Okay.
On the trade block.
Yeah. Mike, what do you think, buddy?
I think that they saw what I did to them with JD McKissick, and that's what they want to do to everybody else, but they're not, quite up to snuff with their waiver wire moves. And if they need a little help, I can I offer classes.
Yeah.
It's not Mike coming with the fire in fuego.
Well, hopefully nobody leaves the league because of Evan, but
it wouldn't be the first time.
There is precedent. There is precedent. So we'll have to see what happens. Let's hope for a better year this year. Hope for a better 2021.
I just hope that when it does, it's because Tank Top Mike has been screenshotting the conversation and reposting it in the conversation.
That was my favorite part, actually.
That was my favorite part.
All right. Let's go on to the 3rd category, which is most likely to just sneak into the playoffs. So number 1 was just miss. This one is just sneak in. So the number 1 vote getter in this category was Humpty. So Humpty got 3 votes. Airgate got 2 votes. So interesting, Sean.
Wow. All right.
You were most likely to just miss, but you were 2nd place in just sneak in.
Nobody knows what we're doing.
Yeah, everybody thinks that you're riding the line there, man. You're right on the line. So yeah, Humpty got 3 votes. Airgate got 2 votes. I do have to say that Humpty and Airgate voted for themselves. So I don't know how you want to interpret that, extrapolate, as they say in the fantasy biz, but they voted for themselves. The DBs, and no, that does not stand for defensive backs. The DBs got 2 votes. And Tank Top Mike and Majammer got 1 vote each.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Most likely to just sneak into the playoffs. Those are the teams. So you guys think Humpty's going to be the guy? Is he going to make it?
I think I was actually a vote for Humpty, if I remember right. I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but I did
No,
anyway.
you say what you want. Yeah, at this point.
I think I voted for him, actually, yeah. I like his team this season. After that, I'm not so sure about what's going to happen, but I like it this season.
Well, that's kind of what he's been doing. We all thought he was in rebuild mode, and then he got Stephon Diggs, and then he went out and got Derrick Henry, and then he's like, oh, wait, maybe I can go win this year. And then he makes that trade last week with Mick Jammer over here, and gets freaking Deshaun Watson. If Deshaun Watson comes back, he is a definite step up regardless of where he's at over Matt Stafford. And he might be a team to watch out for if everything works out in his favor.
Yeah, he was definitely doing the misdirect, see what's going on over here, but don't look at what's going on over here,
Yeah, and during the rookie draft, he was just like, and switch.
Yeah, he went from, I think he had 9 picks, and I don't think he's got much next year. I think he's down to a couple of picks next year. So he went from rebuild to win now mode in no time.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be in the conversation. I again right there going for that fourth spot. It's going to be pretty tight. It's going to be a lot of luck, less injuries, that kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah, I mean I think Humpty, Airgate, DBs, the top vote getters there. I guess the DBs, maybe because they lost Michael Thomas, maybe they were ranked second in all of the ranking shows we did, and consensus, no doubt they were number two. But you lose one guy, and all of a sudden, maybe you're a little shaky. So,
I don't think losing Michael Thomas really hurt them at all.
well, I mean, if they, I think he would have been in their starting lineup every week, and now that he's not, what do you put in there? So yeah, it's a little, Kurt Samuel now on the PUP, or I think he came off. He was on COVID.
They got Pitts. I mean, they could flex Pitts.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Beckham's on the bench.
Going to have a monster year, I think, this year, and I don't think their wide receivers 1 and 2 are going to be any issue at all. And
yeah. Still a solid roster. That was a good, to me, a lot of guys are looking at Thomas as a starting, as a 1 or 2, and they had him as a flex, and now he's gone, and yeah, but it's still got a good 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But Humpty won it, even though he voted for himself. Funny. He voted for himself a couple of times. So I don't know if
not all of them good.
I don't know if he was like,
he was fistful into his gummy bag.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Voting.
I don't know if it's confidence or gummies, or maybe a combination of both. So all right, let's go on to the fourth category. That is most likely to lose a matchup due to a stat correction, which we all know happened to the DBs last year.
Yes, it did.
What was it? 0.2? It was like a 0.2 stat correction.
Yes.
And they lost the matchup.
I remember it fondly.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Marky Mark, you know that you won? And you're like, oh, don't mess with me like that.
Yeah.
And, no, you really did. There was a stat correction in your one. You're like, you stopped everything. You're like, get the hell out of here. And you,
yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Oh, shit.
I'm not 7-4. I'm 8-3. Yeah, between that and the loss to Goofy by about the same amount, they missed the playoffs last year. So, poor DBs. Well, the winner of this one, most likely to lose matchup due to a stat correction, is Ian. So Ian got 3 votes. Airgate with 2. I think.
What?
Sean, I think guys just love you, man. You just come to mind. You just come to mind, And McJammer with 2 votes. Goofy, FNG had 1 each. On the McJammer votes, I put an asterisk by it because Brandon said, I hope it's you, old man. Because he was on the losing side of it. He wants me to be on the side of it this year. He said, I hope it's you, old man. So I kind of put an asterisk by mine. But we think Ian, and I think it's wishful thinking. What do you think, Sean?
Well,
we want him to lose one some way, right?
Well, let me tell you why I really enjoy this one. And I really think we and our listeners did a fantastic job to really hone in on these starting lineups and figuring out where that stat correction is going to fucking be. Because if Ian loses to a motherfucking stat correction, I will be so happy. And I will never, ever let him live that down. Just like when Florida lost to LSU last year because somebody picked up a LSU shoe and chucked it 40 yards and got a personal penalty.
What do you think, Tank Top Mike?
I think I agree with the wishful thinking. It'd be nice if Ian could just lose one because of some cosmic forces. I actually think I voted for Mark just because that juju comes back. I think you're due one. It's got to be perfectly balanced.
Yeah.
That was my thinking on that one. But
You're
I do
right.
agree with the Ian thinking because if he loses, we're going to need him to catch a loss somehow. I think so.
Well, and how fun would it be to see him write a freaking book in chat about how unfair it was,
How great would it be if in week 7, Airgate wins because of a stat correction?
Mm-hmm. When Ian's typing in chat for a long time, it's going to be a novel. So
yeah,
like when Silly's typing in chat, it's because he's trying to figure out how to spell some words. Not Ian. Not Ian. He's typing.
Yeah, he's checking thesaurus.com, dictionary.com. But when it's Ian, man, he's like, he's just going at it, man.
Ian at work on Tuesday morning, he's just going like this to his desktop, and everybody at work's going, rough weekend over on fantasy, mother.
Yeah.
Ian's also the most likely to write a book to Sleeper telling them how they fucked up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
Having 17 Excel documents
Yeah.
showing which.
Yeah. 4 Sleeper guys, man.
In ESPN leagues, Sleeper, listen up.
And Yahoo leagues.
It's got to be a rare thing. I've never seen it myself. I've never seen it happen.
Time I've seen it.
Second time. Yeah, it's a rare thing. So we may not see it. But if we do, we hope it's you, buddy Ian. Queen Mother. We hope it's you, Queen Mother. All right, let's go on to the 5th category. This one is most likely to be in rebuild mode and blow up their team in 2021. This was a tight vote. We got 3 teams that got 2 votes each, but we're going to give it to our good buddy, Goofy Chase.
Yeah, suck it, Goofy.
So the vote was 2 for Goofy, 2 for FNG, 2 for Airgate. I'm telling you, they love you, man. You're on their mind, Sean. And 1 for McJammer. I'm a little less on their mind, but I'm right there, man. I'm right there with it, So if I had this to do over again, I would say who besides FNG? Because FNG already did it. Yeah. FNG already did it. He's already blew up his team. He's already in rebuild mode. So it would have been who besides him. So Goofy, we're going to give it to Goofy. Sean, you can say who or who you didn't vote for, but why would you agree with us or disagree with us?
Oh, I 100% fucking voted for Goofy because fuck him.
Uh-uh.
Come on, man.
It's really funny because
we love us some Goofy.
The fact is the reason why I say F him is because the guy never trades with anybody. And for him to blow up his team, he would have to wake up one morning and be like, oh, wait, I can actually accept these really good trades. And then be like, oh, wow, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. And then I would just die of a heart attack because 1 trade happened and then 2 trades happened. Then I'm just going, yeah, that's all that would happen. I love you, Goofy.
Yeah, we do love you, Goofy. Mike, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, for me, it's a few things. First off, what do we constitute as Goofy blowing up his team? Could just be trading Kamara for a few firsts, and that's what he thinks is blowing up his team.
Shoot, trading anybody would be blowing up his team.
A trade would be blowing up his team.
Second, I thought my thought was he would have to actually accept trades, so he's definitely not going to blow up his team ever. It's just going to be different rookie picks that he gets because he doesn't know how to accept trades. Third, I found it a little interesting, actually, if you think about a little serious note here.
Okay, all right.
That nobody voted for me because in the podcast that Evan got for us, they actually pointed out that my team would look very different next year, implying that I would potentially blow it up.
Yeah, but they also said that they had no idea. Like, it was either I got the feeling in that podcast that when they were looking at your team, they were like, all right, it's either going to really, really work or it's going to really, really not work. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
They said something like it could look a lot different next year. So, yeah, I found it interesting, I guess.
Yeah. Now we've all talked about Goofy, having a little age, maybe not the best depth, and being an injury or two away from maybe blowing it up. So he was lucky last year with the injuries. We'll see how he does this year.
I think that's a big thing. What is Goofy's mindset when he gets the injury bug? Because he didn't get it last year. He was set and forget for 16 weeks. So what happens?
Absolutely.
He gets
panic trades
team and he's screwed because everybody is going to be like, all right, I think when the first trade happens, the receiving team is going to be like so shocked. That person's going to be like, all right, I'm just going to accept it because he actually sent me a trade. That's halfway decent. I want to be the first person. You know what I mean? And then everybody, it's going to be the shot heard around the league.
If it's me, I'm going to say, who is this really? I'm thinking maybe his wife got on and hacked him or something, All right, let's move on to the number 6 category. So this is most likely amongst the NAO crew to miss the playoffs. So this is one where when I say, if I could do it again, I'd do better. This one is pretty close to number 1, most likely to just miss the playoffs. But I like this one because it gives us a chance to crack on each other. Most likely amongst the NAO crew to just miss the playoffs, Airgate is the winner, just like he was in the first category, to just miss the playoff. Airgate with 4 votes, McJammer with 2, and the Mike, Tank Top Mike, with 1 vote. So everybody loves you more than Airgate, Mike. So, Sean, tell us why these people are effed in the head. Why are they effed in the head? Yeah, you got to do it right there. You got to do it slowly and then reel it back in.
I did the freaking song. I don't know why. Maybe it's because 2 of my guys are coming off injuries. I think if Joe Burrow was not injured last year, Joe Mixon would have came back. But with Joe Burrow being gone and their offensive line being as bad as it really was, they wanted to save Joe Mixon, so he was out for longer than he really needed to be. I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, I understand that Galladay is injury prone, but he's in a flex spot, so like I'm not expecting him to be a wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2. And then I have some good upside guys, and I don't know. I'm chasing upside this year, but it's all like solid upside.
I mean, you have had some bad luck if you look at the Carson Wentz injury. So then Pittman, okay, maybe a little more upside if Wentz gets back to form.
They're saying
and now who is he catching balls from, if anybody? Who else did you had somebody? Who else did you have that was CEH is good? I'm not looking at your roster.
Waddle, I have.
Yeah, Waddle.
Mixon.
Waddle hasn't gotten hurt, has he? There's been a lot of injuries, but Waddle.
They said he was hurt, and they said he was fine the next day.
Okay.
He did pop up him.
Yeah, I remember seeing
Galladay is the big injury though.
Yeah, Galladay with because it's a recurring thing with the hamstrings, and believe me, Sean, I got him on my other dynasty, and I'm like, jeez, man, can this guy not stay healthy?
I'm a lump Mixon in there just because he hasn't played since like week 2 last year.
Yeah, Mixon, Burrow was hurt. Jefferson with the shoulder thing going on.
Oh
Cooper.
man, he is fine.
Yeah, Jefferson did have. Well, that's a lingering. It could linger. An
Yeah.
AC joint that could linger all season.
That is bad for a receiver because they got to lift those arms to catch that ball. Cooper still coming over the ankle thing. Jacobs with Kenyon Drake going there. I mean,
Goddard with Zach Ertz staying there.
Yeah. I almost see
the
it.
Niners just signed Clinton Dix, and that's bad for them.
Why don't you guys go through my fucking bench too? Tell me how badly they are too.
Yeah, I mean Derek Carr, you got Mariota.
All right, here we go. Let's
yeah, I'm picking it up. Yep, Derek Carr. Yeah, you know. Oh, Van Jefferson, I like. Damian Williams is looking better.
And Donovan Peoples-Jones, I'll trade you for him.
Yeah. Michael Carter could be the number one there in New York.
That's about it, though. Really, that's
about it. Breida. Why do you got Breida on there? Kalen Balaj. Why do you got Kalen Balaj on there? Adam Humphries.
Nelson Aguilar. He's dropping passes. I don't know if you saw Jacoby Myers is catching them all, but
hey, Anthony Miller could catch on in Houston finally, though. So yeah.
Are you guys finished?
Tom Brady said something good about Kyle Trask today. So
okay. There you go. There you go. No. Well, sorry, Sean, man.
No, you're not.
The league.
Don't lie to me.
The league has spoken. The league has spoken. Yeah. All right, let's go on. Yeah, I always do the wait. Reach in my pocket. I got something for you. There it is, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to number 7 category. Most likely to leave the most points on the bench. So the winner of this is Silly Dilly. If he was waiting for some love on the show, he finally got some. Silly Dilly. Most likely to leave the most points on the bench. So it was Dylan with 2, DBs with 2. They seem to always be in the running, man. I don't know what that's all about. Humpty, run it back, Ian got 1 each. So what do you think about that, guys?
Go ahead, Mike.
I think if I remember right, and I could be wrong, Silly left one of the most, if not the most amount of points on his bench last year.
Yeah.
So to me, it's you gotta prove me wrong at some point.
That's exactly why I voted for him. We talked about it a lot on the show last year that, man, Dylan left if he just started this guy or that guy, maybe he gets the win. Maybe he's not down there fighting for the Miyagi, So same thing, Mike, same thing.
And I'm just going to go ahead and go for the hat trick because that's exactly why I picked Silly Dilly too. And
the NAO show just voted Silly into that category.
Because I feel like every time we were talking about Silly Dilly, we were always talking about his bench. And it was just like,
exactly.
Why didn't you play this guy against this defense?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, you left like 70 points on the bench. I'm exaggerating because he.
Well, no, Steele
probably were weeks.
There were, yeah. No, Steele keeps that metric. We could look it up too. He had that on the. Ian has that on the website of who was the best and worst at getting the most out of their lineups, and I think Dylan was down there at the bottom. And I hope he breaks that. I hope he proves us wrong. It just shows that he's got a little bit to go on, but he's got to make the right decisions.
So, Dylan, I'd hate to take advantage of you in your state right now, but if you do not want to be this guy, you can go ahead and trade me all your really good bench players. So without a shadow of a doubt that the people that you're starting
can't start the wrong bench guy if they all suck.
There you go. There you go. Nip it in the bud, as they say.
That's right.
I like it, Sean. So he trades you the best of his bench, and he doesn't have to worry about it.
I don't want that RB3 dude from New England. So
no. Damien Harris, RB2, gonna win me dinner.
I have James Washington if you're interested in any trade.
I thought we weren't going to talk about the trade anymore. But yeah, Damien Harris is going to win me dinner. And if he's RB1, he's going to win me dessert. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, guys, let's get to our last category. We're running out of time. So most likely to complete a trade with Goofy Jace.
Oh, this is the best one.
The winner is the waiver wire.
Yeah.
So the waiver wire got 3 votes. Not applicable got 3 votes.
So
As
6
in,
people think
not
that
applicable.
someone or the waiver wire is going to be the first people to make a move with Goofy.
Yeah. Well, not applicable as in motherfucker ain't trading nobody to nobody. So, and 1 vote for Skippy Bark. who's not in the league anymore. Who's not in the league anymore.
R.I.P.
Skippy Bark, rest in peace. Might make the first trade with Goofy or the next trade with Goofy.
Somebody's going to leave the league because of Evan, and then they're going to get replaced with Skippy, who wants back in. Who's going to come in and make a trade with Goofy.
There you go. He just put all the pieces together. Thank you, Mike. Tank top, Mike. That's why you're tank top.
Putting those dots together.
Yeah, I love it. Waiver wire with 3 votes because that's one way that one person could leave Goofy's roster and one person comes back to Goofy's roster. It's probably more likely than a trade, right?
Funniest thing would be if he dropped somebody and picked somebody up off the waiver wire. Everybody else in the league put a waiver claim in for that one person,
and they win.
Be like, oh, I got the trade win.
I got it. I was the one that made the trade. Yeah, indirectly, but I made the trade.
9 waiver claims on.
Right now, FNG has got the #1 priority, so I guess maybe he's the front runner.
That'd be the best thing that happened to FNG all season.
What do you think, Mike? You've had many unsuccessful trade.
I don't know what other guys have gotten into with Goofy, but I feel like I got to be near the top in terms of trade talks. And I agree with the waiver wire based off all my interactions.
Well,
y'all, the season's right around the corner. We're going to figure out who actually is going to make the playoffs. This guy. And sorry to all my loyal fans for last week for all the blasphemy that was all over the NAO show. That's the last time that Run It Back will be on the show. I hope you guys have a good week. We'll see you next week. Ian, you suck.